Okay, why don't you pose the question, and then I'll just start talking.
Yeah, so why do you celebrate Constitution Day?
I celebrate Constitution Day because our written Constitution is a great document. It has proven both enduring and meaningful. And I think one reason it has been both is that there are three what I consider really great ideas in the U.S. Constitution that are both normatively desirable and have contributed to good governance in the United States.
I celebrate Constitution Day because it's an amazing document that separates us from all the world. America's a wonderful country, I acknowledge it, and I love the Constitution.
Well, you know, I didn't know there was a Constitution Day, and to me, every day is Constitution Day because the Constitution is our life. It is the background, it is the backbone of our democracy. And to me, there shouldn't be a special day for the Constitution. Every day is the day for the Constitution.
First, the idea of equal citizenship. The Equal Protection Clause most explicitly, but other provisions of the Constitution implicitly, establish that there can be no second-class citizenship, that there's supposed to be no caste of citizens who are treated differently. That was a great weapon against apartheid by the Civil Rights Movement. It's been a great weapon for women's equality, and from my point of view, it's also been a great weapon for equal treatment of lesbians, gay men, bisexuals, and transgender people.
I celebrate Constitution Day because woven throughout the fabric of the Constitution is the protection of the right to vote, which is preservative of all other rights.
I celebrate Constitution Day for many reasons, but among them because the First Amendment protects the right of a free press to inform the democracy about the actions the government takes on its behalf.
I celebrate Constitution Day because I believe in the spending power, and Congress says that every education institution in America has to have a Constitution Day event.
I celebrate Constitution Day so the world can be better for my generation and the generations to follow than it was for my parents. I'm really celebrating it so that there can be greater equality in America.
The second great idea, perhaps surprisingly, is federalism. Our Constitution is not unique in the world in having emphasis on separation of powers, but it perhaps was the first written Constitution to emphasize federalism, which means local autonomy for many of the day-to-day regulatory issues faced by the country. And I think the interchange between the state governments and the federal government has on the whole been a very productive one.
I love the Constitution because so many parts of it, and especially the Fourth and Fifth Amendment, guarantee equal protection and due process to every person, not just to citizens, but to every person. The fundamental rights and guarantees of our Constitution and Bill of Rights apply to every person in the United States.
I celebrate Constitution Day because my mom and dad are Indian immigrants, and because my sister and I were born here, we get to be Americans because of the Constitution of the United States. This is one of the few countries left where it doesn't matter where your family comes from, what your background is, anybody can be just as American as anybody else.
Now you want why I love the Constitution?
Sure.
Okay. I love the Constitution because without the Constitution we wouldn't have the United States that we have. The Constitution is the document that binds us together.
The third idea, which is shared by many constitutions, but I think is very effectively delivered by ours, the idea of liberty. The Constitution is a profoundly libertarian document, and it protects minorities, unpopular people, as well as mainstream Americans and corporations against undue government interference with liberty.
Constitution Day is one of the most important days you will ever celebrate. That's what makes this country what it is. And the ACS is what fights for our values and our beliefs.
I celebrate Constitution Day as a reminder that every constitutional ordered society should view itself as a work in progress, striving to an unattainable but undeniable goal of universal recognition and respect. And to me, that's the whole enchilada.
It's great to celebrate the Constitution. We need to do it all year long. not just one day a year.
We don't have a common nationality. We don't have a common religion. But what we do have is a common commitment to access to justice, to freedom, to liberty, to dignity, and to equality of opportunity. And all of those values are expressed in our Constitution.
So liberty, equality, and federalism. 3 cheers for the U.S. Constitution.
So celebrate the Constitution every day, because it's a great document, it's a great guarantee of freedom, and it's unique in the world in that we not only have a Constitution, but we live by it.